So there's a big chance that your clothes are stressing you out, and this chance is called decision fatigue. If you have no idea what decision fatigue is, it basically is just you getting tired from having to make too many decisions. We already have to make enough decisions in our daily lives as it is. So today I wanted to share with you guys some of the ways that I've decluttered my closet to a state where I no longer get overwhelmed by the decisions that I have to make every morning when I'm choosing what to wear. But most importantly, I always have something to wear. I used to be one of those people that had a wardrobe filled with clothes and then ended up going towards one or two pieces and kind of just pretending like the other ones weren't even there. And anytime that I thought about decluttering the other clothes, I always told myself like I might need this piece one day. I wore this one dress to that one party and I looked awesome in it. Or some of us even have pieces where we're just holding on to them because we're hoping to get back to the body we used to have when we wore that, which by the way is really unhealthy. Don't do that. So let's talk about a few of the essentials that you might want to just start doing in order to make your closet a little bit less overwhelming and take that source of stress away from your day. Because if you start your day off with making as little decisions as possible, if you have those things just marked down and ready to go, and especially if you're choosing your clothes the night before you actually need to use them, you're going to find that your mornings are going to go by a lot smoother and your day's just going to be a lot better as a result of it. So one of the things that I really like doing in order to make my closet as stress-free as possible is to stick to a color palette. Now, you're going to see a lot of neutrals in my wardrobe, and I feel like there's just misunderstanding that minimalists or people with capsule wardrobes have really boring wardrobes, and I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. So my very first tip for a stress-free wardrobe or closet is to choose your colors. And if you have no idea where to start and you have no idea just what color palettes would suit you or you would enjoy wearing every day, then start by doing the opposite. Start by pinpointing the colors that you absolutely hate seeing yourself in, that just don't work for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just a color. It could be a pattern, for example, could be a texture. Maybe there's just a certain type of clothing that you don't like feeling on your skin, which is totally fair. I, for one, really like blacks and whites, like you saw my two white t-shirts, and I have a lot of plain, just black type of things, but I'm also obsessed with pastels, and I feel like that kind of changes depending on the season. So for example, now it's spring and I've absolutely been loving this type of pink, mint, light yellow, those kinds of colors, and I implement them into my capsule wardrobe as I replace certain pieces. So I do have pieces that just come with me throughout the year, like my basic white t-shirts. I'll wear them under sweaters during the winter, but I do have some seasonal pieces, like these pants are flowy, but they're really thin, so I wouldn't be able to get away with wearing these in the winter, for example. So once you've decided what your colors, this stamp is going to be really distracting throughout this video, but it was very aesthetically pleasing, so I decided to film next to it. You'll also notice that I've been loving the pinks so much that I even got them on my nails. So one of the perks of having a color palette is that sometimes if you do your nails, they'll always match your clothes. Once you have those colors and patterns and textures that you really don't like, that's where you're going to start. So you're going to take your closet and start taking out any pieces that either are the color that you don't like or the texture or the pattern, and put them aside. I think the key for me, especially when I was starting off, is that I never just immediately donated anything, and that might sound counterproductive, but actually it gave me a lot more peace of mind as I was decluttering my closet. So for example, if I took out a piece because it didn't fit me, which is rule number 2 by the way, I would put it in a box and any other pieces in there, and I would leave it somewhere for a set amount of time. I'd write the date on the box, and if it was still there after a certain amount of time, then it was gone. I found that this made my separation anxiety a little bit easier to deal with. So once you've gotten rid of your colors and textures, you might start finding patterns. So it could be that you realize that your 2 favorite t-shirts are a certain color, or it could be that you realize that it's not just a certain texture that doesn't feel right on your skin, but a certain shape of a t-shirt. So I encourage you to allow this journey to sort of just flow and pick out the pieces that are calling to you, saying like, I really don't wear this. Another super important tip that you're going to want to follow is to don't try to do it all in one day. You're going to end up feeling overwhelmed, super stressed. I know that it's really tempting to go in it and think, I'm going to redo my whole closet in one day, but this leads to really rash decisions and you might come to regret it later. And if you come to regret it later, you're going to sort of have like a negative sort of feeling towards decluttering your closet. And it might actually have the opposite effect. You might find yourself going to a store, replacing all those pieces that you bought. Make sure to take your time with this. It's completely key. Next, you're gonna wanna get rid of any clothes that no longer fit you. So if you're holding on to any pieces, like I said earlier, in the hopes to fit in them again, if you are holding on to a prom dress that you wore in your high school that really will never fit you again, I encourage you to start putting those aside. And the ultimate objective here, because this isn't necessarily a how to declutter your closet video, it's really like how to make sure your clothes are not stressing you out video. I have a couple of decluttering your closet videos, so I will leave them in a card and link down below. But the idea here is that you're left with a really bare bones, basic kind of wardrobe. And this here that I have next to me is a bit of a extreme. Your closet shouldn't look like that, but the idea is that you want to have something, even if it's just for a couple of weeks, where you look at it and it just feels like a breath of fresh air. It really gives you a sense of, I can pick up any piece from this rack right now and I'll enjoy wearing it and I'll look awesome and I'll feel awesome, and that'll sort of start prepping you towards having that wardrobe with less. But again, don't try to jump ahead any level. Just start with really curating a wardrobe that has things that you love. So again, don't feel tempted to throw the pieces out, just put them away and separate them. Another huge piece of advice that I found to be very, very helpful is to get rid of any pieces that you feel uncomfortable in. So if you're someone who works from home and you don't like sitting in jeans, put those jeans away, or just keep one that you really like that you wear out for dinners, for example. If you're not wearing any formal wear right now and you have your wardrobe filled with formal wear, then put it in another box. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Sophia, where am I going to put all these pieces? Chances are that if your clothes were hanging up, then by taking them off the racks, you're going to have a little bit more space to sort of stack up boxes. And I just encourage you to try it out, because as much as it might feel like you're only moving something from one point to the other, the idea here is that you allow yourself to experience, again, the sort of relief of having that really bare bones minimum type of closet. I feel like a lot of people try to go straight into, I'm gonna build a capsule wardrobe mode, and this might work for you, but for a lot of people starting from the beginning, it's probably not going to work, because again, you're going to go in it with the wrong intentions and you actually might find yourself buying more stuff. Once you've done that, it's time to get rid of any pieces that don't belong in the season you're currently in. And when I say get rid of, again, I'm saying just put them away. So any coats that are too warm, any pants that are too warm, even go through your sock drawer and underwear drawer, and if there's just like really thick socks that you wouldn't be wearing right now, or you don't wear socks at all and you only wear sandals and flip-flops, then it's also time to put those away. Hopefully you're now going to be left with a closet that looks really aesthetically pleasing, and the reason I say aesthetically pleasing is because it's going to be filled with pieces that genuinely make you feel good, make you look good, that you just love to see yourself in the mirror. Like a lot of us, I gained some weight over being in quarantine and not really moving, and one of the things that I found was that I was trying to get myself to wear jeans because I was like, you know what, like my old me would do this. Especially when lockdown started lifting, and I only wear leggings. Let me show you guys. I only wear leggings and flowy pants now, and I try to make my outfits look classy. I try to make my outfits look pretty, really. But for example, with this outfit, I really like it because even though I'm wearing just plain back leggings, I have these ruffles on my sleeve here that I feel give them a little feminine touch, and I put a little headband on my hair, and I just feel cute in this outfit, and it's one of the things that I would naturally gravitate toward whether I was home or going somewhere. And then my last piece of advice for a stress-free closet would be to allow yourself to go out and buy 1 or 2 pieces that would genuinely make you happy or make you really comfortable. For me, I just bought a sweatpants sort of combo outfit. They're mint green. I will put a little picture here. But essentially I found myself sitting in sweatpants and hoodies a lot, and I just had these raggedy old gray sweatbands, and I just wore a mismatched hoodie all the time with them. And now I feel like I have a full set and I just feel cuter, I feel more productive, I feel like I could go out in it and not feel like I look like a hobo. It makes me really want to work towards having a more curated closet with pieces that I truly love. I hope that this video was helpful and that you guys will consider subscribing to my channel because I love having you guys here. And I hope to see you guys around in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!